folks, and welcome back to the C Morning Show. And in the second discussion of the day, we will be diving into a topic that resonates with so many of us in our hyper-connected world, digital detox.
Well, in an age where screens dominate our daily lives, from smartphones to laptops and social media, we often find ourselves feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or disconnected from what truly matters. A digital detox offers a refreshing opportunity to recharge and reconnect with ourselves and our surroundings.
Ooh, I need one of those right now. And today we'll break down what a digital detox really means, its benefits, as well as how to get started with our guest today, social media expert Enda Nasution. Good morning.
Good morning.
Enda, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, man.
So yeah, this is really an interesting topic, and thank God you're here in the studio with us, because digital detox, as we can see in the background, yes or no?
Yeah.
Can you answer the first question? Yes or no?
Well, yes and no.
Oh, at the same time.
Yeah, I think, basically, if we are saying digital detox, that means basically we think that digital or technology as a whole have this type of toxicity to it, right?
Okay. Yes.
So when we talk about digital detox, it means that it's kind of like a strategy of how we are going to consume the information. And there are different types of digital detox. You can do it like 3 months, for example, or you can do it like on the weekend or just one day. Okay. And then if we talk about digital detox, again, it depends on the person, depends on whether you already have like trouble in terms of stress or like difficulty of sleeping, for example, or that you feel like overwhelmed all the time. So again, depends on you, depends on how your symptoms are.
Yep.
And then, of course, you can do it like full digital detox, or you can just like taking it slowly. And so there are different strategies to it.
Okay. So what's the first step that we need to do before we do a digital detox?
I think we should acknowledge, and then this is not only for us. We can do it also with our with like a couple therapy, for example, or if you have a family, with your whole family, with your children. But I think admitting that there is a problem there is first step, and then taking action to that. For example, like let's say just turn off your notification features on your phone. That's one step.
Okay.
Or you can just do it like very drastically, like
Throw away your phone?
throw away your phone, or just uninstall
Literally.
your apps, your social media apps, for example. That's another thing. Yeah, you can go as well.
Oh, so there are different types of doing it, because these days we need digital to work, you know. So it depends on the person, right? So how long should a digital detox last for it to be effective, actually?
Right. Again, coming back to that, I think different depends on how heavy is the case, right? If you have the time, and then you can leave it out. You can take like a 1 month vacation, for example. Just leave the phone out, and then you can have like a free, clear of mind. Your mind can go like explore new things. And most people who already have done it feels that they feel much more calm, and then they have like new ideas, for example. They have long thoughts. How long have you been like long thoughts? And then maybe like doing something more meaningful, like writing a book or like reading a book, right? Or you can just like I mentioned before, like leave it on the weekend, right? So Saturday and Sunday, it's time to go out or like leave it off the digital technology, and then just leave the phone somewhere in the bedroom, for example, and then do something else. That's also another key. Like, just don't just leave your phone somewhere and not doing anything.
Because you'll go back to your phone then.
Yes, leave it somewhere, do something else. Go hiking, for example, or go out, have a meal with your friends, or doing something else that's more meaningful than just doom scrolling your Instagram or your TikTok.
Doom scrolling is.
But that's what we do when we have food with our friends. We share. Like, look at these
Yeah,
memes.
that's the thing. I mean,
What's the hardest challenges for people to go digital detoxing? I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, I guess some people say it's fear of missing out, but at the same time, it's like I enjoy other people telling that story to me instead of like reading it.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, have been researched that the kind of thrill that you get while you are watching like funny videos, for example, or something you can share with your friends, and also like if you post something, you get likes, you get comment. It's a kind of like having
endorphins.
dopamine
Dopamines
rush,
yeah.
right? So it makes you feel good, and then you like. That's why we call it toxicity, because it has some kind of element of addiction to it, right? And as the same as the other addiction, it can go bad for you.
Yeah.
And then if you acknowledge it, then you have to stop it, right?
Okay.
So I think this is like an honest question that you have to ask yourself, whether you are addicted to it or whether you are like in control. So this is also again a question of control. Are you in control? Are these things is controlling you? So and if you can answer that question, and then you have to go back and then take control of your life, basically, right? So and then again we can go in and then have different strategy to take control back of your life. Yeah.
And I have a question. In Indonesia or just in the world, do
Right.
you have any data of how many people is struggling with digitals on their phones?
The thing is, we usually the data show that it's only the extreme one, right? People with depression, and this is like different types of. I mean, for example, if it's really bad for you, then everybody will have the same experience. But we have different experience when we're dealing with social media or digital, right? So usually the data show only the most extreme one, the people who are already like commit suicide, for example, or really go into really deep depression.
yeah.
And the number is quite high actually, and then could be worrisome. And then, but especially for our, I think for teenagers, right? They don't expose themselves more. Basically, if we don't socialize more, the skill to be able to socialize more, to see people in the eyes and the gestures is all lost because we all like spending more time just looking at our screen.
Because I think this is really a serious topic, especially kids growing up.
Right.
They have phones nowadays, different.
From the early age.
Yeah, such an early age. So this is something that we should take serious notes about. So yeah, I mean, last but not least, do you have questions?
I'm just wondering, you know, going detox is already hard enough. Like, but once you're already done it, let's say you go for like a weekend or like a month or like 3 months, if you mentioned earlier, should that person go back to those apps or whatever digital device that make them addicted, or like how do you go about going back to the digital world?
Yeah, well, the idea is when you talk about detoxing, it means like you have like a cleansing period where you are getting rid away of all these bad thoughts, for example, or your stress, or your anxiety, right? So having that should have an impact on you, and then when you go back, the idea is that you have much more balance feel to how do you take control of your life again. So again, it depends on the person, but basically what I'm suggesting will be to have kind of like maybe for example, have a simple, when you go back, have a specific time when you can access your phone, and then the other specific time you leave it out. So don't do it, because with the phone, the thing is that this is some device that if you remember it, there is no other device that we always carry.
Yeah.
So this is always carry, and it's always on.
Yeah.
Right. So with your laptop, sometimes
alarmed.
you put it off and then you put it on, and then we don't have specific time when we are using it, but we are accessing it while we are doing something else. So it's basically like 24 hours with us, and then it's always there, it's always available, and then it's always give you a dopamine rush, but then you can always you are doing it. I mean, you're accessing it while you're doing the rest
Other
of
things.
the other things like in your meeting or while watching television. So if you think about it, it's our this is
Our life.
can be like a very good dreams, or can be also be our nightmares, right?
Yeah.
So I want to end it with a personal question. Have you done a digital detox? I mean, do you do it regularly?
No, no. I haven't been able to do that. But I have not yet have
Any problems?
The feel that I need to do it.
Ah, okay.
That's
So,
the thing,
yeah,
taking control,
yeah.
right?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the time that I actually shut off my Instagram, it become at the point like this has become stressful for me. Like it becomes bothering in a sense.
Yeah.
It bother mentally for
Yeah.
me. Like, that's why I
So
stopped.
that's when you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's different for everyone.
Yeah, there is this expert that put it like this: we are biologically, we are a biological being, continuously being driven in this technological world.
Yeah.
So we need to adjust ourselves because this is very new, right?
Yep.
Like 1,000 or million of years, we never have to deal with this technology. But like in a very short time, like years,
Yeah.
we have to deal with this. So there will be some time to adjust ourselves, and then detox is one of the solutions that you can do. But the other thing is that just try to being friends with it, right? It has a lot of use.
Yeah, tools.
Works, education, inspiration, and everything. But just be careful with the dark side of it.
Yeah. It's like choosing the Sith. On
Yes.
Star Wars, right? It's all point of view. We could go hours. We could
Sure,
talk
of
about
course.
hours about this, but I think we are running out of time, so we'll talk off the air. Thank you very much for coming to our studio and sharing your expertise on digital detox. We hope having you back here on the studio when we have another discussion about digital. Thank you very much. Andy.
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, and now let's take a break. And after this, we have more updates just for you. So stay with us on the C Morning Show on C Today.